The illusion of the race. From the very beginning, we are conditioned to believe that life is a competition. As children, we are asked who walks first, who talks first, who scores the highest marks. We are compared with siblings, cousins, neighbors, and classmates. Without realizing it, society places us on a track and whispers, "Run faster, get ahead, don't fall behind." By the time we grow into adulthood, this whisper becomes a loud voice that controls our choices, our goals, and even our self-worth. We chase grades, promotions, cars, houses, and titles, not always because we want them, but because we are told that these are the trophies of life's race. And when we see someone else running faster, achieving more, or reaching milestones sooner, we panic. We fear we are losing. But here's the untold truth. There is no finish line. Life is not a race because the purpose of life is not speed, it is growth. The illusion of the race makes us live in constant anxiety. We wake up already comparing, already worrying, already rushing. We look at others and ask, "Why am I not there yet?" instead of asking, "What am I here to learn today?" We measure our value against timelines that were never meant for us. This illusion robs us of peace, of joy, of gratitude for where we are right now. Think about it. In a race, everyone runs toward the same destination, but life is different. Each soul has its own path. Some are meant to bloom early, others later. Some are meant to climb mountains, others to sail seas. Comparing yourself to another person's journey is like comparing the sun to the moon. Both shine, but in their own time and their own way. The race mentality also blinds us to meaning. We become so focused on reaching the next milestone that we forget to live. We rush through education without absorbing wisdom. We rush through work without enjoying creativity. We rush through our relationships without savoring connection. And then, one day, we look back and realize we were running so hard that we missed the very moments that make life beautiful. But here's the deeper truth. No one wins this so-called race. The rich man does not take his wealth beyond the grave. The successful executive cannot carry her titles into eternity. The trophies of the race stay behind, but the lessons of the journey move with us forever. The only true measure of life is not how fast you lived, but how deeply you lived. So why are you running? Who told you that faster is better? Why have you accepted a finish line that doesn't exist? Life is not about crossing lines. It's about walking your path with awareness, with love, with presence. The illusion of the race keeps you trapped in fear. Breaking free allows you to awaken to truth. You were never here to outrun others. You were here to become yourself. The cost of running without pause. When you live as though life is a race, you believe that faster is always better. You push yourself. You chase endlessly. You measure your worth by how quickly you can achieve the next milestone. But what no one tells you is that this constant running comes at a cost far greater than you may realize. The first cost is your peace of mind. When you are always rushing, your mind never rests. Even in quiet moments, your thoughts are racing. What's next? Am I behind? Am I doing enough? You live in a state of constant tension, unable to fully enjoy the present. Instead of waking up grateful, you wake up anxious. Instead of falling asleep calm, you fall asleep exhausted. The race steals your peace and replaces it with restlessness. The second cost is your relationships. When you are too busy running, you overlook the people who walk beside you. You may not notice the smile of a child waiting for your attention, the warmth in your partner's voice when they want to share their day, or the quiet sacrifices your parents made for you. Chasing the next goal often means missing the people who matter most. One day, you realize that while you were running ahead, you left behind the very souls who made life meaningful. The third cost is your health. The body is not designed to run endlessly in stress. The constant pressure, the late nights, the skipped meals, the endless comparisons, all of these chip away at your physical and emotional well-being. Anxiety, burnout, fatigue, even illness creep in when you treat life like a competition with no finish line. In trying to get ahead, you slowly break down the very vessel that carries you through life. The fourth cost is your joy. When you run without pause, you forget how to celebrate small victories. You climb one mountain and immediately ask, what's the next? You reach one goal but feel no satisfaction because your eyes are already fixed on the next. This endless striving robs you of gratitude. It convinces you that happiness is always waiting at the next milestone, never here, never now. And perhaps the greatest cost is your soul's connection to its purpose. Life was meant to be lived with awareness, with presence, with meaning. But when you treat it as a race, you forget why you started the journey at all. You may gain wealth, recognition, and status, yet feel empty inside. Why? Because your soul was not created to compete. It was created to experience, to learn, to love, and to grow. Running without pause gives the illusion of progress, but often leaves you stuck in cycles of emptiness. You keep moving, but you are not truly arriving anywhere. The more you run, the more you lose the essence of what life is truly about. So ask yourself, is the price worth it? What are you sacrificing on the altar of speed? Life will never reward you for how fast you ran. It will only remember how present you were, how much you loved, and how deeply you lived. Life is a journey, not a sprint. Imagine standing at the starting line of a race. The whistle blows and everyone surges forward, pushing, sweating, struggling to cross the finish line as fast as possible. That is how most people live their lives, always rushing to the next goal, the next milestone, the next achievement. But here is the untold truth. Life is not a sprint. It is a journey, and journeys are not meant to be rushed. They are meant to be experienced, savored, and lived with depth. Think about nature. A flower does not force itself to bloom overnight simply because another flower has blossomed. A tree does not rush to bear fruit just because the tree beside it is already heavy with harvest. Every creation follows its own rhythm, its own season, its own divine timing. In the same way, your life is unfolding at its own pace. You are not late, you are not behind, and you are not failing. You're simply on your own journey. When you treat life like a sprint, you rob yourself of meaning. You may cross many finish lines, but you will have little memory of the path you traveled. What good is reaching the destination if you missed the beauty of the road? Journeys are about the experiences along the way, the lessons learned, the people met, the quiet moments of growth. When you slow down, you begin to notice the things that truly matter, the laughter of loved ones, the wisdom hidden in setbacks, the miracles in ordinary days. The truth is, life does not reward speed. It rewards presence. It rewards the traveler who walks with awareness, who stops to admire the sunrise, who pauses to help a fellow soul along the way. A sprint only asks, how fast can you finish? A journey asks, how deeply can you live? There is also wisdom in pacing yourself. Just as a sprinter burns out quickly, those who live life in constant rush often collapse under exhaustion. But those who see life as a journey walk steadily. They understand that they will reach where they are meant to, in time. They do not envy others on different paths, because they know every soul has a unique destination. They do not panic when delays come, because they know even detours hold meaning. This shift in perspective transforms everything. Suddenly, success is no longer about being the first. It is about being true. Growth is no longer measured in trophies. It is measured in wisdom. And happiness is no longer postponed to someday. It is found in the steps you take today. So, let go of the sprint. Stop chasing life as though it were slipping away. Instead, embrace it as a sacred journey. Trust that every step is preparing you, shaping you, guiding you. Remember, there is no medal waiting at the end of life for who got there first. But there is joy, peace, and fulfillment for those who walked their journey with awareness, gratitude, and love. The power of slowing down. In a world that glorifies speed, slowing down feels almost rebellious. Everywhere you look, people are rushing to work, to success, to recognition. We scroll through endless feeds, consume information in seconds, and celebrate those who achieve the fastest. But here's the quiet truth. Slowing down is not weakness, it is wisdom. It is the art of reclaiming your life from the noise and rediscovering what it means to be fully alive. When you slow down, you begin to notice things that rushing blinds you to. You see the colors of the sky at sunset instead of racing past it on your way home. You hear the laughter of a child instead of brushing it aside as background noise. You feel the rhythm of your own breath, reminding you that simply being alive is a gift. Life reveals its beauty, not in the moments we race through, but in the moments we pause to truly see. Slowing down also gives birth to clarity. When you are always running, your mind becomes clouded, restless, and anxious. Decisions are rushed, and your heart's voice is drowned out by the noise of urgency. But when you pause, when you breathe, when you allow silence, you give space for your inner wisdom to rise. The answers you are chasing often appear not in motion, but in stillness. Think about water in a river. When it moves too fast, it becomes muddy, unsettled, unclear. But when it slows, it becomes calm and reflective, allowing you to see straight to the bottom. Our lives are the same. Slowing down allows us to see ourselves more clearly, to understand our true desires, and to align with our deeper purpose. And slowing down is not just about silence or meditation, it's about presence. It's about eating a meal with gratitude instead of rushing through it. It's about walking without staring at your phone, actually feeling the ground beneath your feet. It's about listening to a loved one without waiting to interrupt, truly hearing their heart. Presence transforms ordinary experiences into sacred ones. The power of slowing down also heals. Stress, anxiety, and exhaustion are born from constant racing. When you slow down, your body can rest, your heart can soften, and your soul can breathe again. This is why so many ancient spiritual traditions emphasize stillness. Because in stillness, we reconnect with the eternal. We remember that life is not measured by how much we do, but by how deeply we are. Ironically, slowing down does not make you lose time. It gives you time. When you are present, a single hour can feel richer than an entire day spent rushing. You experience life in its fullness instead of letting it slip away unnoticed. So the next time you feel pressured to keep running, pause. Take a breath. Look around. Remind yourself that there is no race, no finish line you must chase. The power of slowing down is that it awakens you to the life you already have, the life that is happening right here, right now, walking your own path. One of the greatest reasons people keep running in life is comparison. We look to the left, we look to the right, and we convince ourselves that others are ahead of us. Someone is married before us, someone earns more than us, someone buys a house, drives a better car, or seems to have life figured out. And in that moment, we abandon our own journey to chase someone else's. But here's the truth. You were not created to walk anyone else's path. Your purpose, your timing, and your story are uniquely yours. Think about it. The sun and the moon do not compete with one another. They shine when it is their time. A river does not envy the ocean, nor does a mountain wish to be a tree. Everything in creation fulfills its purpose by walking its own path, not by copying another's. So why do we believe our life should be any different? When you constantly compare, you rob yourself of peace. You rush to meet deadlines that were never meant for you. You try to fit into molds that were never designed for your soul. You measure your worth by someone else's timeline, forgetting that your creator designed a path tailored just for you. This is why comparison feels so exhausting, because it takes you away from your truth. Walking your own path means trusting your timing. Some people marry young. Others find love later in life. Some build success early. Others bloom with wisdom after years of preparation. Neither is wrong. Neither is late. Neither is better. Each soul unfolds exactly when it is meant to. Your job is not to speed up your journey to match others. It is to honor the pace at which your life is unfolding. It also means embracing your struggles. Often we look at others and envy their victories, forgetting that every victory carries hidden battles. You cannot walk another person's road because you do not carry their lessons, just as they cannot walk yours, because they do not carry your strength. The very challenges you face are shaping you for your purpose. What feels like delay may actually be preparation. What feels like a detour may actually be direction. Walking your own path requires courage. It means saying no to pressures that try to mold you into someone else's version of success. It means being content with small progress when the world shouts for speed. It means standing firm in your truth, even if others don't understand it. And yes, it means accepting that your journey may look different, but different does not mean wrong. It means authentic. When you begin to walk your own path, something powerful happens. Peace returns. The noise of comparison fades. The pressure to catch up dissolves. You stop running in circles and start moving forward with clarity. You begin to see that where you are right now is not a mistake. It is part of a greater design. So release the burden of competing. Honor your journey. Trust your timing. Celebrate your steps, no matter how small. Because the truth is, there is no behind in life, and there is no ahead. There is only your path, your pace, your purpose. Choosing presence over pressure. Every day, life presents us with two choices: to live under pressure or to live in presence. Most people unknowingly choose pressure. They wake up already burdened by the weight of expectations. Expectations to earn more, to achieve more, to prove themselves, to catch up with the world. This pressure becomes a constant companion, pushing them to run faster, do more, and never pause. And yet, in all this running, they forget the most important truth. Life is happening now, not later. Presence is the art of being here. Not tomorrow, not someday, but right now. It is choosing to experience the richness of this very moment instead of drowning in the illusion of where you should be. Presence means listening when someone is speaking, not just hearing their words, but absorbing their heart. It means tasting your food instead of rushing through it. It means walking outside and noticing the way the breeze feels on your face or the way the sky changes colors as the sun sets. These moments seem small, but they are the essence of life itself. The problem with pressure is that it always postpones happiness. Pressure tells you, I'll be happy when I reach this goal, when I earn this money, when I achieve this milestone. But when you arrive, happiness is delayed again. Another goal, another demand, another comparison takes its place. Pressure is a trap. It convinces you to run endlessly without ever allowing you to arrive. Presence, on the other hand, sets you free. It whispers, you already have enough. You already are enough. Life is happening here, in this breath, in this moment. When you choose presence, you stop running. You slow down. You begin to live. This is not to say that ambition is wrong or that goals have no place. Ambition is beautiful when it inspires you, but destructive when it enslaves you. The secret is balance, striving without losing your soul, achieving without abandoning the present. When you work with presence, your actions are guided by clarity instead of fear. You pursue your goals with peace instead of panic. And when you achieve, you celebrate with gratitude instead of racing on to the next. Choosing presence also deepens your relationships. When you give your full attention to someone, they feel valued, seen, and loved. In a world where everyone is distracted, presence becomes the rarest and most powerful gift. It is the difference between hearing and truly listening, between looking and truly seeing, between existing and truly living. Spiritually, presence is sacred. It aligns you with the eternal truth that life is not measured in years, but in moments of awareness. The divine meets us in the now, not in our regrets of yesterday, not in our worries of tomorrow. To be present is to be alive in the only time that truly exists, this moment. So pause, breathe. Let go of the pressure to run faster, to be more, to prove yourself. Choose presence, because life is not waiting for you at the finish line. It is happening right now, in this step, in this breath, in this heartbeat. And when you live with presence, you discover that you were never behind, never late, never failing. You were always exactly where you needed to be. The freedom of living beyond the race. As we come to the end of this journey, let us step back and reflect. How many of us have been running without even knowing why? How many of us have exhausted ourselves chasing after timelines that were never ours, comparing ourselves to people who are walking completely different paths? We have been told that life is a race, that we must keep up, that slowing down is failure. But today, we must awaken to the truth. Life was never meant to be a race. When we live as though life is a competition, we lose the essence of living. We lose our peace, our health, our relationships, and most tragically, our connection to the present moment. Running endlessly does not make us arrive sooner. It only makes us miss the beauty along the way. We rush through our days, only to discover that we were running in circles all along. The world may pressure us to go faster, but our soul longs for something else: depth, presence, and meaning. Life is not about who gets there first, because there is no there to reach. Each of us has our own path, our own pace, our own purpose. The flower does not bloom faster because another has blossomed. The ocean does not envy the river, nor does the mountain wish to be the tree. Everything in creation fulfills its role by embracing its timing, and so must we. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where you need to be, learning exactly what you are meant to learn. The power of slowing down is that it returns us to ourselves. It allows us to see clearly, to listen deeply, and to live fully. It shows us that life is not measured by how quickly we move, but by how present we are in each step. The laughter of a child, the kindness of a friend, the beauty of a sunrise. These are not interruptions to the race. They are life itself. Walking your own path means trusting that you do not need to copy anyone else's journey. Comparison will always leave you empty, but authenticity will always fill you. The moment you stop running after others and start walking your own road, you find peace. You begin to realize that the greatest success is not being ahead, it is being true. And the secret to living fully? Choosing presence over pressure. The world will always pressure you to do more, to be more, to prove yourself. But presence reminds you that you are enough already, right here, right now. Life is not waiting for you at some future milestone. It is happening in this very breath. So take this truth with you. Life is not a race. Stop running, slow down, trust your path, walk with awareness, live with love. Because when you do, you will see that you were never meant to compete, you were meant to become